What's going on, people? What's the stream that you all have been waiting for? Consider this is the late shift with Mel Mel, or at least a few of you have been waiting for. Let me clean off my screen. You know, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. But thank you for coming back to my humble abode. Live from the projects. It's yours truly. Yeah, you know, different color shirt on, but I won't be long. I just want to see what's going on in the news today. There's a lot of stuff happening. Got my trusty iPad and whatnot out. So let me just take a look. Consider this. This is the late shift with Mel Mel, live stream number 15, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, Mystic Angel. Appreciate you for coming through. I'm just looking through, what's going on. Just gonna go through my little Google search and whatnot. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. It's always a pleasure to be here live with you folks, to have you, however many of you, that are here, even if it's just one, even if it's none, but yeah, stay until the live stream is done. Boy, what is going on? What is going on? I don't need recent searches. I need actually, see, that's the thing about Google. You have to actually go through what's up to date. I don't want the recent searches. What's going on? Pork chop. I see you. It's been so long. Peace to you, brother. Peace to you. Peace to you. I'm just trying to actually go through. Right, I'm trying to actually go through what's trending right now. Okay, what's trending right now? I don't know what people are talking about. America's Got Talent. Vote America's Got Talent. I don't know about that. I'm not into that. I don't know if anybody wants to talk about that. America's Got Talent, 2018 schedule. What time is it? No, no, no. I'm not. I'm not into that right now. Um, Anyway, moving past that, I don't know if there's anything in the news that's got your interest, anything that folks want to talk about, things that are really on your mind. I know there's something they were talking about Aretha Franklin, and she's gravely ill. So, it's a situation where, thoughts and prayers to the family of Aretha Franklin, the Queen of Soul, hopefully she gets through in that uh, situation and whatnot. You've been work hustling, doing your thing. Slow down next month. Ain't nothing wrong with that, pork chop. Sometimes you gotta slow down and do what you gotta do. Katie Stubblefield face transplant. What's that about? I don't know about that. I don't know if anybody know about Katie Stubblefield. Katie. It says face transplant gives women second chance 3 years after suicide attempt. Wow. I didn't know what that was about. Fox News reported that 8 hours. Christina daughter, sorry, said, okay, Christina, sorry, thought I said it. Christian. Um, I don't know what you said. I don't know what you said, pork chop. That says, word got me hustling, bro. Should slow down next month. Christina, sorry, thought it said Christian. Okay, cool, 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 cool. You're talking to her. Nothing wrong with that. Give me. I'm here. I'm just trying to get it all together. I'm looking at what's in the news, what's in what people were talking about. I didn't know about this whole thing. It says a face transplant gives women second chance 3 years after suicide attempt. A 21-year-old survivor of suicide attempt became the youngest person in the United States to undergo a face transplant after 3 years of reconstructive surgery and more than 15 hours on the operating table. Katie Stubblefield, who is featured in National Geographic's The Story of a Face, covered story in September issue, had dubbed her face transplant reconstruction as face Shrek, and is recovering from the May procedure. Wow. Um, wow. I didn't even know about that. Stubblefield, who went through a hard breakup and had a series of medical issues over a short period of time, shot herself in the face with her brother's hunting rifle during a 2014 visit to his Tennessee home. The brother Robert told the National Geographic that he found the then 18-year-old covered in blood and her face gone. Damn. Sorry about that. I didn't. Wow. Um, wow. They got photos of her reconstructing her face. I don't know if I should show it to you, but it's kind of graphic. So I don't know if you can see that whole thing right there. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. Reconstructing a face. I I wow. Wow, I've heard of face transplants. I don't know if anybody's seen that movie Face Off and whatnot when they did that. This is some real high tech stuff. Wow. Face transplant. We're doing a match. Wow, so somebody had to actually pass away. No TV and no news for 7 years. Plays with emotions. We need more positivity. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, definitely, definitely, we need more positivity. I was just seeing what's going on, in the world. They got Omarosa. Trump is physically ill. Just this aside. Hey, I don't want to know about Trump. I know he's doing his thing. Shout out to the Cheeto. I don't know. Right now, I'm just here doing what I do. Yeah, I agree on the positivity too. I'm just seeing what's going on in the world and whatnot. I mean, let me know what you folks want to talk about right now, because positivity. If that's something, definitely we need to touch on. It is a lack of positivity out in the world and stuff like that. Nah, it's good to think out loud. It's definitely good to think out loud. Sometimes you gotta let people know what's going on. I mean, we live in a world where there's so much negativity, so much stuff going on that hey, maybe you do need to just take a break and whatnot. You need to just not watch the news and not do certain things. But I do try to stay informed myself, because it is a situation where you don't want to be in the world and not know what's going on. But for that sake, there's just other stuff happening. I mean, they're talking about Nicki Minaj and stuff like that. Um, there's all these other things you can Google and whatnot. But definitely, I agree on the positive tip. I agree that, sometimes you just gotta, I don't know, you just gotta unplug. Sometimes you just gotta take a step back, because you can't get caught up in the negativity. You can't get caught up in the gossip. You can't get caught up in the nonsense and stuff like that. That really ain't taking you nowhere. I mean, sometimes you forget. Sometimes how negative people can be. Sometimes how I don't know, out there stuff could get. So it's kind of interesting. Like just to take a step back, because of me being watching the news is hard for me when you're not showing positive things. Well, that's true. That's true. Sometimes it can be hard for anybody. Sorry to hear about your situation, as far as you being an empath. What did you say? Hold on, let me make sure I get it right. Empath. Okay, empath. That's what it is. Thank you, Nas. I'll just look at fix. Yeah, yeah. I'll leave that alone, pork chop. I'll leave that alone. I'm not gonna get too deep into that, but nah, I could understand where people come from. Sometimes, you don't want to, get caught up in the nonsense and negativity, because it can be so consuming. You may want to. A lot of people would just look at the pics when it comes to Nicki Minaj, but that's what that is. But I'm sticking on the positive vibes, that you're talking about. And sometimes, that's just really what you need. You just need an uplifting word. You need an encouragement. You need to be able to know that, no matter the craziness and stuff that's going on in the world, there's a place that you could go. There's people that you could talk to. There's things that you can do. Sometimes we just caught up in drama. We're caught up in nonsense. We're caught up in strife and the crab in the barrel, mentality, a syndrome that people have. So you want to be around people that are like-minded, or at least trying to lift you up and encourage you and put you in the right space, or try to lead you or steer you away from danger, away from negativity and stuff like that. It's so easy to get caught up in that. You want to try to have fun and enjoy yourself, and do particular things like that. So I could definitely relate to where it comes from. And I wasn't trying to, me bringing up the news or looking at what's going on, I wasn't trying to depress anybody and anything like that. I really wanted to talk about different things and whatnot. Just try to put it out there. Sometimes there's some good things to talk about. Sometimes there's really not a whole bunch of nothing to talk about. You can basically turn on the news and find yourself in the midst of conversations and situations. You sit there and wonder, well, why was I watching this? Do I really care about the Kardashians? Do I really want to keep up with the Real Housewives of, so and so state? So it is what it is. Just yeah, no. Believe me, I'm just making conversation, pork chop. It's all good. I mean, I'm in a situation where, like I said, I go live and I just really want to talk to y'all folks and rap a taste with you. That's just what this is. I'm not trying to be on here long. I'm not trying to, make this a whole big thing, because I had to readjust with these live streams, as opposed to, just I was doing live streams every day. I was like kind of like going in trying to hit that watch number and make sure I get the right watch time and all this other stuff and whatnot. And it's a situation where you gauge what the audience would like, you gauge what you should be talking about, you look at the vibe and the energy that you're putting out there. What's going on, lonely prepper? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate you for being here. I appreciate you all for being here. We're just talking about positive vibes, having positive energy out there in the world, and making sure not to get caught up in the negativity. And forgive me if I ever put any negativity out there. I know I'm not always the most positive or positive. Sometimes it's rough. Winter time is gold. You'd have to explain that one to me, pork chop. I don't know how the winter time is gold, but out here in New York, is hey, the wintertime, a lot of moves are made out here in the wintertime too, but it can be brutal out here in the wintertime. So maybe because you come from a high state, the wintertime is probably gold. So there's a lot of different activities that go on, depending on what state you come from and stuff like that. So I feel you on that. Summertime, people out and about. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. Okay, I get you. I feel you. Say no more. Say no more, fam. Summertime people are out and about. Sometimes it's a little overcrowded. It's amateur hour. You got the touristas going through. Wintertime, more people online. This is true. This is true. This is true. Wintertime can be gold. But I say to those folks out there that could get their grind on and get their hustle on, that sometimes you got to be on it, throughout the year. I try not to lose the audience and let the audience slip too much. If I go, maybe go for 2 weeks here, maybe go for a month there, but I won't be going too long. But who knows? Maybe next summer may need to take a summer break or something like that. But definitely, when it comes to online pork chop, I definitely live in a really high tourist area, so I know what you mean pork chop. Yeah, definitely. I think we all, what you mean if you live in a high tourist area and stuff like that. So it's definitely yeah, Chicago here. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought you were from Cali or something. Pork chop. You're from Chicago. Okay, so Chicago, I know what it is. It's hot out there for different reasons. In Chicago. I don't know if you're from the south side or, the west side or the north side or whatever the case. I know one thing I will say about Chicago is one of the most geographically segregated cities in the country, unfortunately. I'm on the outbanks of North Carolina. There you Well, when do you think you'll get your first snow? When we honestly get our first snow? Honestly, lonely. Honestly, wow, they talk about snow in August. Um, if you talk about New York State, I say October. If you're just talking about all of New York State, but the five boroughs of New York, we may not get our first snow until November. No, I'm lying. I'm lying. I just told a lie. Maybe late November, early to mid December, we might get our first snow. Around Thanksgiving there. Well, yeah, Chicago, Windy Corners, Four Corners of Chicago, they probably getting it. Y'all probably getting it a lot sooner than that. I appreciate that, Mystic. I seen that you said I was live. I appreciate that. Thank you for putting it out there. I appreciate when folks share and let other folks know I'm live and whatnot. You know, um, like I said, I'm not gonna stay long. Just long enough to make an impact. But yeah, as far as snow goes, Lonely Prepper, it could be up and down. Thank you, Mystic. I seen the message and I appreciate that. Definitely. I appreciate anybody that come through. Just give me a few minutes of your time. All I need is a few minutes of your time. Green Bay Wacky. Okay, I'll have a couple of minutes making dinner and friends over. Well, Green Bay, I'm probably only gonna be live for 2 or 3 more minutes. I appreciate you for coming through. You have tweeted this. Yeah, I might only be on for another minute or two myself. So, but I definitely appreciate you, Green Bay Wacky, for sharing it. You're awesome, my YouTube brother out there. If anybody didn't check out his song, I rage like I'm in a cage, I rage. I was even thinking about doing a remix to that song with you, Green Bay Wacky. It was definitely something. So who knows? Maybe I throw a verse or something and send it over to you and you remix it. The Mel version of it or whatever. But Green Bay Wacky, very talented individual, very great supporter of the community. Can't be said enough about him. He definitely has his prayer live streams. He's definitely a blessing. Yeah, I like the Rage song. Yeah, I Mystic, I do. So it's great to see all of you folks here. I do appreciate you folks for being here. And I just came on for a few minutes just to check you out and see what was going on and just put some things out there and whatnot. I'm just still trying to figure all this stuff out. As far as me live streaming and doing what I do, I'm not trying to, like I said, I'm not trying to be on as long as I used to be. Just long enough for people to know that I was here, said my piece, try to get it more streamlined. If it's long, maybe because I have a guest or something else, like somebody else to talk to and whatnot. But I don't want to do too much of a monologue and stuff like that. So did I have a great day, Mystic? Yes, I did have a great day. I did have a great day, and hopefully you had a great day as well. So like I said, it's just one of those things where it is about putting positive vibes out there, and you don't want to depress people and have people who are caught up in a tizzy about different things. I hope you folks have a positive night, and a great day moving forward. This is your man Mel, short live stream. I'm not gonna stay on here too much longer. I appreciate you all for coming by. I appreciate folks who just well wishing and sending it. Shout out to the replay gang. They're making boneless chicken breasts. Uh-oh. Green Bay Wacky's making boneless chicken breasts. So that means I got to get off this live stream and I got to head out there to Wisconsin and got to get it. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you folks. Thank you for tweeting this out and resharing it. Always an awesome thing when folks do that. I appreciate the love. So with that being said, I'm off to Green Bay Wackies to go get some boneless chicken breasts. Thank you for watching. Catch you next week. This has been the Late Shift with Mel. I appreciate you folks. Love you folks. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for the positive vibes. Thank you for all the love. Don't forget to rewatch this if you haven't seen it from the beginning or whatever the case may be. And as always, spread love. It's the Brooklyn way. Yeah, short but says it. Thank you all. Thank you all.